lights on the surface. They'll judge a man by the cross in his neck. Cover my tracks so many times. I change my mind. And I'm starting to learn myself. And whoever will out of me, just like in my attention. You can say it, it's my attention. Let's hit the thing and move. Turn it! For the good time.
Awesome. We'll see it.
This song's called Vacío, and it means empty or vacuum packed. Special brand of coffee that we drink back in the States is Vlack. Can't remember the other word. It's vacuum. get caught. I say segment I've got a problem. To feel a passion for him. So I traumatize myself. As well as those around me. Sexism, sexism, sex is always sex, sexism, sexism, sex is always sex, sexism, 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 sex is always sex, sexism, sexism, is always sex, sexism, sexism, sex is always sex, sexism, that's what I want.
Show us your hard edge tattoo.
What, my what?
Hard edge tattoo?
I can't really from here. How'd you hear about that?
What?
How'd you hear about that?
Yeah.
Sex
I've
act.
seen it.
Yeah.
Really? Where?
Wer geht das denn am Gerschelak?
It's a show.
Huh?
It's a show.
During the show? I never took my t-shirt off.
No. I see it through a t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, shit, that's weird.
She quit the relationship.
It's not important. Tattoos aren't important at all.
It was a year ago and nothing. I say it's better without a relationship. Really better.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
I need a relationship every night. We haven't gotten one in 4 weeks. He's getting this on film.
Wer geht es denn am Gerschel?
Is that how you say it?
Gerschel.
What's Gershel?
Sex act, right?
Sex act. How is your sex act?
We have to say
I have a
Sex, Geschlechtsverkehr, Ficken.
Okay, when is the interview starting? When's the interview starting? When is the interview starting?
No.
Okay.
It runs.
Okay. Well, hold it. We're on set. The topic of sex act. Did anybody catch what I was saying during Dead Spot tonight? Is that sex isn't sexism. Sex is just sex. It's like people don't understand that, like, with the whole, I mean, I'm not incriminating the whole feminist movement, but sex is a good thing, and sex is not sexism.
No, absolutely.
Sex is just sex. And because someone like Jesse Jones from the Upper Side wears a shirt that displays a sexual act or something connoting sex, it doesn't mean that he is a sexist, okay?
No, you're not.
Sex, face it, sex has been going on for thousands of years, pre-Europe, pre-US, pre-everything, right down to the zygote, okay?
Yeah.
So sex is just sex. Sex is not sexism.
No.
You should not be ashamed of sex, and you should not let modern feminist and modern liberal ideas block your ideas on what you want out of life. Don't let modern society, it's just another way to be suppressed by society.
Yeah,
okay?
but you have to think about, you know, there's this statistic or something like that, that in 3 women, 1 woman is,
Raped?
Raped.
You're not gonna like my fucking opinion on this.
Yeah.
Arm women.
Yeah, okay.
Allow women to carry guns and such.
Yeah, okay. But
In the United States, I think it should be allowed. I think far more licensing should be done for handguns.
Okay. You say 1 in 3 women is raped, but do you mean like 1 in 3 women? Does that include all kinds of rapes, like molestation, child?
well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, you're living in a good relationship, and you're together with your girlfriend or something like that, and you must see if you like to have sex or something that you sleep next to your girlfriend or things like that, and perhaps you think it's okay for her to have sex now, but there could be.
But hold it, there's also the female discrimination role of, hold it, I didn't want to have sex, I changed my mind. And there are 2 sides of every friggin' coin. So one of those, also, it's like, yeah, okay, there have not been as many men raped by women as there's women raped by men. But also, the manipulation that goes on between that argument is insane. Mike Tyson went to jail over it, okay? Now, anybody in American culture can smell a money grubber, okay? And knows exactly what this woman is that sent Mike Tyson to jail. Also, we live in a society that has tried to knock down every black celebrity. We got the O.J. Simpson trials, there we go, okay? It's so up in the air, who the fuck knows what's gonna go on? That's gonna get thrown out of court, okay?
Yeah, okay, but the thing is,
Free Slick Rick.
yeah, if you're together with a woman,
No, don't press that.
No, Free Slick Rick.
Don't free Slick Rick. That's a lie.
But if you're together with a woman or a girl, you really don't know what kind of experience she got, and
What do you mean by experience? Like that she's been molested before?
no. You see, there are always girls they got bad experiences with boys before, with men before, and you're together with her, and they say, yeah, they are men, and I have to sleep with them tonight.
That's a lie. You don't have to sleep with anybody you don't want to.
Yeah, okay, that's you don't have to sleep with anybody.
No, that's not. You can't say that.
No, I think what he's saying is just as much as what I understand what you're saying. It's a little broken for us, but I understand what you're saying. And what you're saying is that sometimes women sleep with men even though they don't want to. Social pressure.
Understood.
It happens with men. It doesn't happen.
As much, but
it does happen.
And
I think it's happened at least once.
As a coming of someone,
at least once.
Where you want to talk
it's like 5 or 6.
But also coming with a point where the brute force, like, you're like, well, he's going to force me to sleep. You can't say that to me because, I mean, I've been in situations, I mean, I'll say this right now, I mean, 95, I've said this so many times, 95% of the people that I hang out with and everything of my own.
Gavin, you did some truly funny stuff today.
95% of the people I know and that I hung out with
were molested as children. We had absolutely no control over what happened to us. Okay? And then, okay, maybe I'll take some fucking shit from this, from certain bands who like to press stuff, like some song I heard, Faggot, I don't know who it is. But you know what? Yeah, you were molested as a child. Get over it like a real individual and don't fucking use it to like discriminate against the homosexual populace. You know, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. You were molested as a child. That is not reflective on all homosexuals. That is reflective upon a one-time basis person who's a sick individual. A very sick individual. And it's, I mean,
It's so common. I don't know what you're saying. It's like, it's so common now.
If there are that much,
in the United States, the highest discrimination is not against black, it's not against Latino, it's not against Asian, it's against kids. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or under, you are discriminated against, you are treated as a pawn. Listen, you can't buy a fucking beer unless you're 21. You're 18 years old, you can go to fucking war. What the fuck is up with that? That's fucked up. You know, you can die for your country, but you can't go down to the fucking corner and buy a beer. You can't buy cigarettes. You know, that's bullshit. We live in a country that discriminates against its youth.
Child molestation is so common now that it has to become like for a normal person like myself or to get along, we have to accept it and move on. That's what he's saying. It's like, and there's a lot of
I've
people.
accepted what happened to me. I don't accept what happens to kids these days because I think that's utterly fucked up. But I've accepted what happened to me and I've been like, okay, I can get over it. I'm too strong. It's not right at all. I'm too strong of an individual to fucking deal with that. And I've had my hang-ups. Believe me. Shit happened where I'm just totally freaked. But in a plain and simple basis, and I said this years ago in an interview in CBGB's, it's a fucking generation war, and all the people that are fighting black against white, Jew against black, Asian against fucking whatever, how come everybody is basically 23 and under fighting this fucking battle for old men who are using those kids like pawns?
same in Germany.
Exactly.
All of these people who are fighting against the system are 18 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just fighting against the system, but fighting against other. This system doesn't like this system. The Bloods and the Crips. Those kids, you had kids that were fucking 11 years old in those gangs. Okay? Fucking BTK in New York. BTK, you've got people who are like, I'm saying something kind of important, you're watching him tie his shoelace. That's an insult. BTK is a Vietnamese gang. Okay, you had kids that were 15 years old in there, killing people. Okay? Now, Lord knows that everybody that runs the upper mafias is 40 plus. Children are fighting. Everything is a children's crusade. We send children to war. We put children in gangs. We put children on the street corner to sell drugs. Everywhere, worldwide, this happens. It's a fucking generation war. And until the kids wake up and realize how they're being discriminated against instead of killing each other, and realize that, okay, you know what, I'm 27 and saying this, but I kind of believe you can't trust anybody over 30. I do.
Yeah.
I haven't aged since I was 17 years old. I don't believe in growing up into their fucking world.
No, absolutely. It's the same for me. I'm 25 now, and anybody who says you're looking like 18, I'm always very happy about it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've got people tell me like, you look like you're 22 years old. It's because, you know what? I'm not going to age. I will not age and conform into what they want.
Yeah.
You know, there's other people in bands. I mean, other New York bands who I carry heavy respect for, because you got people in their 30s that think exactly the same and know what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been a generation war, and until the fucking, you know, the 5%, the young 5% nation, and the skinheads, and the fucking Hasidim youth can all realize this, that older people are telling you to go out and die for their fucking cause.
But the thing is, in Germany, this generation war or things like that, there are just 5% of under 25 people are fighting. All these other...
5% means you're expendable.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't make yourself expendable for someone else's rules.
Yeah.
I have friends who were brought up in Queens, who are Muslim, Croatian Muslim, who went to Croatia to fight. Why? Because their religion told them they had to fight.
Das erste Tape.
So how'd you like this show?
About the show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you videotape any of the show? Any of the
Did you
show?
videotape any of the show?
3 songs.
Cool. Last song?
Why did you get
No, first song.
why did you get that weird? Do you get that weird every evening, or was it just...
It depends upon audience reaction. It's like we've had shows where we've been like,
We like when the audience is right. Like this is the stage here.
What do you mean by weird? I'm curious about that.
Yeah,
it's weird.
smash everything and
oh, we've done that before. We're like that.
Yeah.
We're pissed off people. We just are. We just,
It's not weird, it's just angry.
It's just,
I don't tell us it is weird, that's why I asked that.
yeah.
yeah,
It's
We're
something
not
else than weird.
yeah. Okay, intense.
Weird is this.
Why did you got that intense?
Weird is if you like took a raw chicken and started chasing people up fucking road with it. You know? No, we're very intense people. I mean, it's hard to live in a van with like especially Ian. Ian isn't even like really. Ian's like a member of the band. He's always been a member of the band, but he's never really been like a playing member of the band. This tour,
He's the fifth Beatle.
He's like the fifth Beatle, and it's like we're all four like really intense people. You live in a van with us, and we all, it's like you sit there, you're just like vibrating. You're like we get pissed off at each other, and
Do you really like each other? Or-
yeah,
Yeah. Really?
hells yeah, we write good music together. We fucking relate. We get into arguments. But
We like each other most of the time.
We have been through so many
us three
people
members have been through so many people.
in this band.
Yeah.
A singer, a singer.
Yeah.
I mean, that usually when a singer leaves the band,
That
it usually means the band doesn't
Yeah.
exist. We've been through a singer, we've been through another guitarist, we've been through a bassist, we've been through a few
Few
guitarists.